Sweet, let's model some shit. Hi everyone, my name is Kelsey.
And my name is Becky.
And we are the Sorry Girls.
And there are a bunch of new things that have happened.
Like what?
One is the background is completely different. If you didn't see this transformation, there's a video all about how we did this. Someone actually submitted this. A bunch of you submitted designs for a background and we chose one of them and we did it. And it turned out really awesome.
Is that the other transformation?
And the other thing is my hair is really dark because I noticed someone's gonna comment. If you're not following the vlog channel, please do. Our lives are pretty exciting when we're not doing this. So there'll be a link below. You can go subscribe if you want to.
And you can see how we make these videos because it's not just us, it's a team. We get up to sometimes fun things and criminal things on the weekends.
And you can see how this happened. But as for today's video,
we're going to be doing some fashion fall DIY trends that you can DIY. Did I say DIY yet? We're going to DIY them.
If you didn't get the idea, most of the things we do on here are DIYs. But actually, are these upcycles? Are they all?
Yes, ma'am.
They're all upcycles because we love upcycling things.
And that's the most affordable way to do it.
Okay, so we have 4 fall fashion hacks, upcycles, DIYs, all that stuff that we're gonna share with you right now. So first up, we're gonna show you how to get that Sherpa jacket trend by upcycling a current jacket that you might already own or one from a thrift store. So the fabric we're using, I'm not sure if it's 100% Sherpa, but any sort of chunky, thick fabric or faux fur is really gonna work well for this. You can go for whatever color you want, whatever texture you want. You know what you're going for.
Yeah,
You do you.
Just go hunt at the fabric store.
Start by opening up your jacket and lay the collar out in a flat line. Lay your piece of Sherpa fabric underneath and cut a rectangle, leaving about 1/2 inch extra fabric on each side. To figure out the height, determine how high you want the collar and double it. Now it's time to fabric glue the collar together. Add a thick line of fabric glue down each of the vertical sides onto the top of the fur. Fold the collar in half and use clips to clamp it together while the glue dries. Once it's completely dry, flip the collar inside out. You can then add fabric glue to the front and back of the jacket's collar and sandwich it in between our Sherpa collar. Press down on the fabric to help it bond. So it's pretty easy. So now we're gonna move on to adding some cuffs to our jacket as well. Figure out how thick you want the cuffs to be. Next, using a measuring tape, I figured out what soft ruler was called. Take a soft ruler and measure around the size of your neck.
Soft ruler.
Next, use a measuring tape to figure out the size of the jacket's cuff, all the way around in a circle. Measure out that length onto the fabric and cut. Add a good amount of fabric glue to 1/2 of the fabric strip and glue it to the inside of the jacket. You can trim the fabric if it's too long once it's glued in place. Now flip the fabric around the cuff and use fabric glue to hold it in place on the front. Repeat that whole cuff process on the other sleeve and your upcycled new Sherpa jacket creation is complete. We thought about doing like Sherpa panels inside too, but that would have been really thick. But if you're going for like a really warm jacket, that's also a cool thing that you could do as well. If you want to sew, you definitely could sew this whole thing, but we thought adding a fabric glue option would be good because you might not be throwing this in the wash as much as you would like a shirt. So it's probably okay for this one.
No sew.
No sew.
No sew.
Lots of glue.
Lots of glue. Next up, we're gonna make some two-tone jeans. One leg's one color, one leg's the other color. They look sick, they're in style, and we're gonna show you how to make them. Did I sell you on that or no?
You did.
Okay, good. We obviously picked up these jeans from the thrift store, and we're gonna lay out our jeans flat and cover one side with a plastic bag. You wanna make sure you do this very secure so that no bleach leaks through to the other side. We added tape for extra security. And make sure to protect your area and yourself while you do this. Like, I even wore goggles. I was like, I don't want bleach spraying back in my eyes. You never know what it's gonna bounce off of, so protect yourself and your area. Fill a spray bottle with bleach and coat the front side of your jeans evenly. Make sure to get under the belt loops and around the pockets so that none of the original color shows through. After you've coated the front, wait about 10 to 15 minutes and then flip your jeans over to the back side. Do the same process of spraying bleach evenly across the side and repeat until you're happy with the overall bleach color. So once we were done, we took off the plastic bag and the tape and we realized that the line wasn't completely straight It's hard to get a straight line with liquid. We tried our best. We thought this was gonna work, but if you guys have any tips on how it might be the best way to do this, you guys should let us know in the comments below.
I actually want to figure it out because it would be awesome to have like a straight line.
Yeah, we kept saying crispy. We're like, we need it to be a crisp line. Our line wasn't so crispy, but that's okay. I think that we've totally rolled with it, as you do when you're a DIYer. So we actually added a little bit more bleach just to kind of make that line a little bit more purposeful and didn't look like it was like blotchy. I love the way this ended up looking, and then our last step was to just rinse them. We just did this in the bathtub and then throw them in the wash, throw them in the dryer, and they're ready to wear.
They are so cute.
They're so good.
Such a style.
And if you guys don't want to go through this effort, because it was a little bit of a mission, but this is also a really good way to, like, you know when you like ruin some pants, whether you like spilt bleach on them? Yeah, you.
I spilled bleach on my pants, but plus I'm like just like a clumsy person, so I feel like all my clothing somewhere has a little stain.
But if you don't want to go through this process, we have linked below some places where you can pick up two-tone jeans. They're very cool.
So next up, we're gonna show you how to make a sweater dress. These are super trendy right now. So we went to the thrift store and found a sweater that was like very oversized on me. What you're really looking for is something that feels long enough on you, because a lot of big sweaters are big, but they don't feel long. And I just feel like I don't want my butt just like coming out, you know? That's not cute. Now you could totally like just wear an oversized sweater as a dress, but I feel like that reads a little bit as like I'm just wearing a huge sweater. And we want this to look more like a dress. So we're gonna slim it down a little bit. This is an easy DIY, but like a really smart one. So the first thing that's really helpful is to put on the dress and figure out exactly how much extra you have and how much you want to take away. So I put it on and figured out that I probably want to take away 2.5 inch on both sides to make this feel more like a dress. So start by flipping the sweater inside out and laying it out flat on your workspace. Pin 2.5 inches in an L shape across the sleeve and down the side. You can angle the pins in towards the sleeve cuffs if you don't want to make those any tighter. Pin both sides of the sweater and then sew along these lines. Then you can cut off the excess fabric and turn your sweater the right way around.
Wow, that was really easy.
It was really easy. But once you put this on, you should feel like a noticeable difference in the shape, and it starts to look much more like a sweater dress instead of a massively oversized sweater.
Yeah, and you can like rework this. If you need to take more in, do that, pin it.
Yeah, I still wanted mine to have like a fairly straight shape, but if you want to do like more of a bodycon, you totally could as well.
The next one is thebomb.com. Such a genius idea is how to turn a silk blouse, or any blouse, into a bomber jacket.
Bomb DIY.
So to do this, we picked up a slightly larger fitted blouse from the thrift store, Obvi. Silk is gonna give you that like extra balmy look, and that's what we're gonna start with for our DIY. So we're gonna start by cutting off the collar. And then next up, we took a long zipper that's gonna fit the length of our jacket and pin it to the front of our blouse. This will help us determine the length of the jacket. Cut off to your desired length. And once your jacket is the correct length, you can cut off the cuffs from each sleeve as well. We left a little bit of the old cuffs so that we didn't need to regather the material. The next step, we're gonna measure out some elastic for our cuffs, so you can just wrap it around your wrist, see what fits comfortably, and cut that to size. And sew each cuff to form a tube with the sewing machine. Pin your tube cuffs to your sleeves with the good sides of your fabric together, and then sew all the way around with a straight stitch. Once your cuffs are finished, you can remove the two front panels on your shirt containing the buttons and the buttonholes. This is where we're going to attach the zipper. I opened up the zipper and attached one side of the zipper with the good side of the zipper facing down to the good side of my jacket, and the zipper teeth were facing to the right as I was attaching it to the right side of my jacket. I'm gonna sew along this line using a straight stitch, but make sure you leave a gap at the bottom of your zipper for your elastic, so don't sew up about this much at the bottom. Once that's done, it'll look something like this. Now I'm going to add a stitch to finish the zipper seam and make it lie flat. But before we stitch it up, make sure that you slip in your bottom elastic, which should be cut to the size of your waist. Put it between the zipper and the fabric with the tail of the elastic facing to the opening of your jacket. And then fold it back so that, in my case, it's facing to the right, and then pin and sew along this line. And then repeat this on the other side of your jacket, and just make sure that you pay special attention to the way that your band is going to wrap around. Like, make sure that it's not twisted by the time you sew it to the other side of your zipper, because like that's how it's gonna be on the bottom of your jacket. So just pay attention to that. It's gotta like wrap around nicely, fold in, same deal, sew it up.
You got it.
You got it, hopefully. Next up, we're going to evenly gather the jacket fabric and pin it to the elastic waistband. Go ahead and sew this to the top of the elastic and cut off any excess fabric. Next up and last up is the collar. We're going to use that elastic again, but we're going to be using a smaller portion. With the good side of your jacket facing down, lay your elastic underneath. This part is a little confusing, but everything you can see right now is going to be flipped to the inside. So we're pinning a curved shape because once you sew and flip it inside out, you'll see only the small portion of the elastic and it looks sick. And then you can just cut off any excess elastic that's on the inside of your jacket and you're done.
Dude, this one is so good.
This one's like mind-blowing how like it's a possible thing.
Like some things look like thrift store upcycles, which isn't a bad thing, but this one doesn't. Like if I saw someone wearing that, I'd be like, where did you get that jacket?
You did not make that. Hundo P, no.
No, because it's so good.
So good. Thank you guys so much for checking out today's video and the vlog channel, which I know you're gonna go do right now.
Tell us which of the four was your favorite below, and if you have like an amazing fall fashion trend that you're loving right now that we didn't mention, also tell us below.
Also, I'm just gonna shout out Loft Vibes, which is a new series coming up very soon, a new season of Loft Vibes, the series coming up soon. Exciting things, guys.
Which you would know about some of those exciting things if you're following the vlog channel. I'm just gonna say.
Just clearly, we're really excited about the vlog channel right now. Thank you so much for watching, and if you like it, make sure you give it a like.
And if you love it, make sure you sub it.
And we'll see you next time.
Bye.